Hello there.
Bro, see, this is the problem with curly hair, man. Like, I love it. It's naturally like this. But the thing is, I have to, like, style it every time. Or I have to, like, get it cut and maintain it properly. But I can't be bothered for that because, like, no. But I've been trying to settle this down for the reaction. But you guys know anyway. Like, you know what I look like at my peak. You know, with the beard, with the stubble, like with the stubble, sorry, not the full beard, the stubble, the jumper, like the cozy, like you know what I mean. I don't care. I don't care. I'm just here to have fun and react on the channel. And hopefully you guys enjoy the reactions nonetheless. And yeah, we're here with another X-Files reaction. We have been on fire, or I have been on fire recording these. Yesterday I recorded 2 reactions in episode 21 and 22, and today, ladies and gentlemen, we are up to episode 23 of the X-Files season 2. My name is Elie Moses, 25-year-old law and film shooter here for Sydney, Australia. Absolutely shooting a shot, and we have been watching this iconic series for the very first time. This episode is titled Soft Light, and we have 3 episodes to go only for season 2. That is absolutely crazy, and season 2 is 25 episodes. And you know what I love about the X-Files? So far, like, no episode is titled this part 1, this part 2. Colony and Endgame, I had no idea it was going to be a 2-parter. Like, you know what I mean? You only find out at the end of the episode to be continued. I like that. So we could be in for a 3-part finale, a 2-part finale, a one-off finale. Like, who knows? But last episode yesterday was really good. The last episode I watched with, you know, the government company, the pharmaceutical company conducting said experiments or trying to isolate sort of a virus to extract something for their drug that they were going to sell on the market. It was absolutely insane. I love that episode, and we also got to see Uncle Hank in it, so Dean Norris in the episode, which was absolutely fantastic. But yeah, that was an absolutely fun episode. Not fun, I guess, like, because it was kind of disgusting seeing some of those boils were like, ugh, bro, like, ugh. And especially at the end, you're on the edge of your seat, like, is it gonna burst into the child's face? Like, oh, bro, because the thing is, the makeup was so fantastic on the boil. It was like it was lively. Like, you could see the pus almost about to burst. Like, it was, you know, it was like contracting and then sort of like blowing up a little bit. Like, oh, it was so good. But here we are, ladies and gentlemen. This is episode 23 titled Soft Light. We're gonna get into the reaction. We're gonna have some fun with this thing, and as always, let's absolutely smash it. Let's go. I gotta stop with the long intros for the X-Files. I just love talking at the beginning of X-Files reactions for some reason. Oh, what up, Kramer? Remember that episode we had the guy in the hotel room and then he believed he was on fire? I think the episode was titled Fire, right? Was it? No.
Oh no.
Did bro fall into his shadow right there? His shadow opened up like a black hole.
According to my contact, the Richmond PD's hit a brick wall, so I told her we'd come down and have a look.
Who's your contact?
Her name's Kelly Ryan. She was one of my students when I was teaching at the academy.
Oh, nice.
She's just been bumped up to detective.
Nice
and
tie-in.
she's a little nervous about her supervisor finding out the FBI are involved. Agent Scully. Hi.
Hi.
This is Agent Mulder.
Hi, thank you for coming.
Well,
Heard a lot about you.
we'll talk later.
The missing man is Patrick Newworth, age 52. He's a top executive with Morley Tobacco up from Raleigh-Durham for a meeting. He arrived on an evening train.
I know this is like a
They
subtle
waited
deep.
3 hours before
Bro,
sending
why
hotel
is it
security
skipping
up.
freaking?
The door tried
I
to
hit the
place
space bar.
Missing man.
This is a nice little detail here. I like how it was one of Scully's, you know, students at the academy. And you know, in a way, this episode, it's Scully bringing in the case. It's her contact that had you know, made contact with her and, you know, brought up the struggles that she was happening. But I like how you can tell she's like a sort of newly promoted detective here. She's reading the case off her notes or like off her palm cards. She keeps looking up and down. Whereas Mulder and Scully, we're used to them rocking up, and Mulder would be driving or Scully would be driving. Usually Mulder's driving. It would provide a whole rundown freaking from the 1940s or 50s of the history of this thing and the cases alike. Comes with experience.
Patrick Neuwirth, age 52. He's a top executive with Morley Tobacco up from Raleigh-Durham for a meeting. He arrived on an evening train.
How do you know he's missing?
He
Off her
stood a wake-up
notepad,
call
sorry.
for 6 a.m. this morning. When the operator tried to place it, there was no answer. They waited 3 hours before sending hotel security up. The door was locked, security chain fastened, and when they broke in, no Patrick Neuwirth.
You got the badge exposed as well.
Locked from the inside. We're 6 stories up, no fire escape. No way in or out of this room.
The heat register.
You don't think anyone could have squeezed in there?
You never know. You guys turn up any
Tombs.
forensics evidence?
That's a
at all?
Tombs reference. That's a Tombs
Yes.
reference. Yeah, you can tell she's
Scully,
a
look at this.
What is it?
We don't know.
newly
The
appointed
hotel claims
detective.
it wasn't here before Mr. Neuwirth checked in, and there were similar burn marks at each of the previous crime scenes.
And she's proud of it
Is
too.
Patrick Neuwirth a
Like I said,
smoker?
has the badge
No.
pinned,
According to
everything.
his wife, he loathes cigarettes.
That's burn mark. It's right where I'd be if I was standing here answering the door, right?
Yes.
And I wouldn't be looking out the people unless there was something to look at, would I?
That makes sense. Anything else?
Yeah, do you have the name of the last missing person?
That would be Margaret Wisniewski.
Thanks. That should do it. Is this your first case, detective?
Yes, sir.
Any idea why they gave it to you?
No one else wanted it.
Ah,
Because
okay.
of the lack of evidence, this is still officially a missing persons case, not likely to end up on the front page of the daily paper.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Hey, young and eager, man.
Spontaneous human combustion.
Ah, okay.
You're doing just fine. Having a little fun?
What are you talking about?
Spontaneous human combustion?
I have over a dozen case files. A human body
Here we
is
go.
reduced to ash without any attendant burning or melting. Rapid oxidation without heat.
Let's just forget for the moment that there's no scientific theory to support it.
Okay.
I liked already the premise of this episode by having this young detective here, which Scully, taught at the academy, saying you're doing just fine. And we'll see how they mentor her during this period right here, during this case. And she's definitely gonna see both sides of it, with Scully presenting her theories and Mulder presenting his theories. You're learning from two pretty good detectives, I'm not gonna lie.
Check this out. My newest tool in the fight against crime. $49.95 at your local hardware store.
Neat trick. For your birthday, I'll buy you a utility belt.
Batman.
Maybe these people aren't just disappearing. Maybe they're being hunted, and the hunter's working the train station.
And whatever happened to spontaneous human combustion?
Maybe it's not so spontaneous. Get on the phone to your young detective and tell her to get a detail down to the train station.
Trying to see what the guy's logo says. Like what company that is on his jacket right here. It's almost as if bro's like he's seeing where his shadow goes, or if his shadow is leaving him. And maybe he's got some weird type of energy surrounding him, hence the lights always going off when he's around him.
What do you think you're doing? All right, come on out of there. We just want to talk to you.
Stay away from me. I don't want to hurt you.
Move it. Hands where we can see them.
Come on, man. We don't want two dead cops here.
Don't come any closer.
Get down on the ground, sir. Now.
Please, you don't understand.
Barney!
No, stay away!
That are just dead. That's it.
Oh, God. No. God, not again.
So did their shadows make contact with his shadow, and that's why?
Some first case, huh?
Poor
You
Kelly,
just
man.
make sure you hang on to this case. I'm sure something will turn up. These ideas of yours, Mulder, you care to share them?
Not yet.
You don't have a clue, do you?
He was here, Scully. I was right about that.
I had left the room for a minute when Chester decided to go in. I didn't realize until it was too late that the door had locked behind him.
Bruh, Super Collider, Dark Matter. That's straight, into the Spider-Verse stuff. And we know what happens when you mess around with a Super Collider. Oh, good.
Look at this.
Like he was finally going to experience the dark matter he had theorized in some kind of physical way. As if the truth might come into him. Excuse me.
What do you think, Scully?
Maybe what we're dealing with is some kind of spontaneous human combustion.
I'm less convinced of that now.
What do you think it is?
I don't know. Whatever it is, it's connected to the person of Dr. Chester Ray Van. Maybe the heart of him. One place to start looking.
Why are you listening in and monitoring like that? There's the partner or the scientist that's always in on the operation. He's always sus. Remember the episode with the guy that died and his brain was controlling someone else? I forgot which one it was.
Maybe he's moved on.
The guy with the disability. I forgot his name.
The videotape, Dr. Banton kept staring at the floor and trying to figure out what he might have been looking at. Tell about Dr. Banton's accident?
No, I only told her that he was a possible suspect and that it was a bit too early to get her hopes up. And that right now we have more questions than we do answers.
Like?
Like a motive, like a murder weapon, like...
What if Dr. Man, look here, there are hardly any shadows cast.
What do you mean?
The lighting in here is diffused. Soft light. What if that's what Dr. Banton was looking for?
Off light.
Looking for a shadow?
Bro, just caught wandering in 4K like that. Is this the same train station? Nah. I was trying to think, is this the same train station set they used in the episode with Tony Todd?
Dr. Banton!
He looking for the light, he looking for the light.
Just leave me alone.
We're federal agents, Dr. Banton.
He just saved Scully's life right there.
Thank God. You could say that.
Can you tell us how?
Even if I could, you wouldn't understand.
Try
It
them.
has something to do with dark matter.
It has everything to do with dark matter. It's like a black hole. It splits molecules into component atoms. It unzips electrons from their orbits, reduces matter into pure energy.
That's
how you
crazy.
killed Gail Ann Lambert?
Wasn't me. Gail Ann was my colleague.
So his shadow got hustled.
The night after the accident, I went to see her.
His shadow got left behind in the lab.
I was just standing in the doorway, trying to divine its true nature before they do.
They?
The government.
Hey, he ain't wrong. He ain't wrong.
Brain suck. For the purpose of?
For the purpose of stealing what has taken me years to accomplish. And don't think they wouldn't kill to get it.
Oh yeah, we've
What if
seen that
they-
too. Don't worry.
If they killed you, then wouldn't your shadow just...
Disappear? Who knows?
Detective Barron, he's the primary on this case.
Yeah, I was just wondering what your involvement is here.
We caught the guy.
I appreciate that. But no one seems to be able to recall inviting the FBI in on this case.
Agent Mulder and I are here strictly in an unofficial capacity.
Then who brought you in?
Skinner.
We were curious about the unexplained nature of the case.
Well, Banton's prints place him at 2 of the crime scenes. And transit authority tapes show him in the immediate vicinity of 2 of the most recent victims.
Okay,
So
she's
I
just
say
looking,
this case is looking pretty much explained.
she's looking at Scully.
Have you talked to Dr. Banton?
I hope you're not trying to interrogate me, Agent Mulder, because I'm not the suspect.
I don't think you know anything about this case, which is why you stuck it with Detective Ryan, and I think you should allow her to decide how to proceed.
Detective Ryan is handling this case. She's done well, and I see no reason not to continue to let her prosecute it once the prisoner has been transferred.
Transferred? Where?
To the city jail in preparation for his arraignment.
I don't think you fully appreciate this man's condition or the danger that he poses.
I don't think you have the authority to tell me or anyone else in my unit how to do our job.
I think we can handle it from here, Agent Mulder.
Ah.
We'll call you if there's anything more you can do. Come on, Mulder, let's go.
Why doesn't Scully back Mulder up right there?
Soft life. He needs soft life.
Hopefully.
You know what you're doing, Scully.
What do you mean?
Putting Detective Ryan's ambition ahead of all good sense in this case.
Ambition. She's a woman trying to survive the boys' club, Mulder. Believe me, I know how she feels.
The difference is you never put yourself ahead of your work, and that's what's happening here.
Look, the fact is we have no jurisdiction here. We were called in as a favor.
And as a favor, we just handed over the A-bomb to the Boy Scouts.
I'm sure all the necessary precautions will be taken.
No!
I'm sure that Robert Oppenheimer got similar reassurances from his government, the same government that Dr. Bannon is afraid of.
You don't believe all this paranoia about brain
That
sucking,
man
do
is
you?
scared. It's not just of his own shadow.
See, I was echoing this last episode. After all that Scully has been through, there are some episodes where she's still like, I remember she said in one of the episodes in season 1, I believe, she's very reluctant to believe still. But I was just thinking maybe after the episodes of One Breath, Colony, I think maybe when it comes to the extraterrestrial stuff, maybe she's a believer. When it comes to these scientific, because she even said it during the episode, it's not even proven yet. There's no sort of living proof that such a thing exists with the dark matter. When it comes to sort of like the scientific paranormal stuff, she's very reluctant to believe. And she's always there to provide that sort of scientific rebuttal or the scientific counterpart to Mulder's claims. But Mulder is right here, and he saved Scully's life right before her shadow was about to connect with the other guy's shadow. Like, Scully could have been gone right there, done, reduced to atoms. That's it. So he kind of like he saved her life there and was looking out for her. But yeah, I don't know why she, like, I get where Scully's coming from here, and she's been through it. In terms of like being in Detective Ryan's position and, you know, being a woman in this sort of field. But I don't know if that was the right card to play right there. Mulder's just looking out for their safety, and he's aware about how dangerous this case potentially is, especially if the government's after this guy. One wrong move, we could end up with more dead detectives, dead police officers, you know, innocent lives being taken as well, because they don't understand the magnitude of this matter here. So yeah, I know Scully didn't want to. I don't know. You can make arguments with both cases here, because she is right in saying they have no jurisdiction here. They'll just call it as a favor. She was looking out for Detective Ryan right there, and the other detective said she's done a really good job here. But at the same time, I know Mulder is right as well with his hunch right here in terms of like, we're handing this sort of thing over to the Boy Scouts. This is not something you hand over to the Boy Scouts. They don't understand the type of case they're dealing with here, and I feel like they're about to find out the hard way.
As brilliant as Dr. Banton may be, he is also clearly delusional. He demonstrated just about every textbook indicator back there.
We've both seen physical evidence, Scully.
Look, I don't know how to explain it. But that's not our job. I don't know what else we should do.
So what does Skinner think about these two taking sort of like the call to do this? Oh, what a reveal. What a reveal. But I wonder what Skinner thinks with these guys being on a case that's not theirs, like, you know, being called in on a favor per se, and not taking in a case that Skinner has sort of handed to them or they found through the FBI.
All you've given me is a name. Chester Ray Banton.
Dr. Chester Ray Banton, you know?
No, should I?
He's being held by the Richmond police in connection with several bizarre murders. He's a physicist, researching quarks, gluons, dark matter. He believes the government is out to get him.
It's tax season. So do most Americans.
He believes his life is in danger.
Is he a dangerous man? Where is he being held?
At the Yale Psychiatric Hospital, but not for long.
I'm afraid I can't help you.
Damn.
Why?
Dead men can't keep promises. The next time the blood and regret could be yours. I'm not at your beck and call, Agent Mulder. I have nothing to gain and everything to lose by helping you. Promise you won't contact me again unless absolutely necessary.
Damn. Clearly, this ain't that much of a pressing matter for X to get involved. He's right. I have nothing to gain and everything to lose by helping you. Flaw 1. So yeah, Skinner would know X's position in the FBI, right? Like he would know of his position in the FBI and he would know, okay, that's the guy that's helping Mulder or that's his friend in the FBI. But obviously, everyone keeps their cards close to their chest. X and Skinner are senior players in this game.
Frank, are your lights on down there? Ours just went.
Oh.
Hi. We're here to transfer Chester Ray Banton.
I have orders he's not being transferred until tomorrow.
Due to the power outage, there's been a change of plans.
So X is getting involved.
No one's supposed to go in there.
Maybe X did a little side research on the side. Maybe he did extra little. Yeah, maybe he did. Maybe he did just decide to pursue the matter by himself a little bit, or dig a little bit deeper and find out more about this guy.
Don't do this. Please, please, no, don't. Leave me alone, please.
I'm not losing X, bro. Does he know who X is? No, surely not. Or did X recognize him right there? Or was that sort of like a lot of visual communication right there? It's like, maybe Mulder was right. Yeah, was that like visual communication right there and saying like, you don't turn to your right, I won't shoot you, I'll let you go. That's it.
Hold it.
What did you find out, Scully?
Richmond PD had 2 officers outside watching the entrance. They didn't see anybody come in.
According to the floor nurse, there were 3 men.
3? Power was disconnected at a substation 2 blocks from here.
Yeah, that's X,
Somebody
man.
posing as a city engineer.
Somebody who would have access to plans for Virginia Power so they could take it off the grid without affecting surrounding facilities.
Somebody from the government coming for Dr. Banton?
Just because you're paranoid doesn't mean they're not out to get you, Scully, but my guess is he was unsuccessful and Dr. Banton's on the loose.
That's what Detective Vernon thinks.
Just saw her leave.
She was in charge of Dr. Banton's transfer and arraignment this morning. She's in some pretty hot water.
Well, maybe that was an appointment he was never meant to keep. Let's go.
Is Mulder
Where?
acting dumb here in terms of like he didn't approach X and X would do this, or is he actually taking it? Oh, maybe X did actually pursue it here, or he doesn't know because X left it as it is. He said, "Don't come to me again with stupid stuff like this unless it's absolutely necessary." So I think Mulder's actually unaware that X decided to pursue this. He might have done a little bit of more background research on the side, like I was saying. And it's like, maybe this is actually worth taking a look at.
Mulder, wait.
Put yourself in his head, Scully. I think the only reason he hasn't tried to kill himself is because he's afraid his death will release the dark matter.
Wait a second. That's still just a theory, and it's a pretty wild one at that.
Whether or not Dr. Banton is actually telling the truth, he believes he is.
And apparently so does whoever it is who tried to take him last night.
All that he's been trying to do since the accident is try to control this thing. And if he escaped, he's going to go to the one place where he thinks he can do that. We got to get there first.
Going back to where it all started.
You can't go back in there, Chester.
Police! I'm placing you under arrest, Dr. Banton.
A lot of people will die if you do this.
Step against the wall, sir.
I'm begging you. I don't want to hurt you.
I said step against the wall. Now.
Oh, he's gonna turn and his shadow's gonna... Now that's murder. He straight up knew what he was doing right. Like,
Let's go. We don't have much time.
he just killed Detective Ryan. Bro. Straight up walked into a path right there. This guy's on site. On site.
Chester!
No matter what they say to you later, you're doing the right thing. Lock it up, Chris.
I love the racing soundtrack of this episode. It's very catchy in the background. It played in the beginning. It played when Mulder was
Chester.
at the train station.
You can do it, Chris.
Oh, it's so catchy.
But I'm not.
I love it.
Tell me you're not working for them.
Wish I could, Chester.
You son of a bitch!
Careful, we don't want you to hurt yourself.
I'll die before I let them use me!
You're lightning in a bottle, Chester. We're not about to let you die. He's not going anywhere until you pick him up.
Damn. Was that X?
What's happening?
My boy came back. You think X was gonna let that slide? Bro, turn it. Oh, that's the Velociraptor peak from Jurassic Park right there. If you know, you know. Yeah, he gave him that look, bro. It's over. But Detective Ryan still died. Hey, traditional. Like I said, I was about to say it before I didn't say it. X-Files red lighting in the background. Oh, did X turn on the machine? Did he destroy it before the government could get to him?
Mulder!
This has been a pretty good episode. I like it. Damn. The X destroyed the dark matter? Oh, like
Scully, look at
the
this.
machine did?
He must have killed her and then killed himself.
He couldn't have. This chamber's been sealed from the outside.
Somebody activated it.
By who?
Oh, we're meeting up at the stadium again. We've seen this before. I like that. I'm still like kind of bummed out at Detective Ryan's death right there. Like, you didn't need to go out like that. That was like straight up murder. Like, oh bro, that sucks. Like one of Scully's students went out like that. Mulder did warn her. Mulder did say, you know, don't put yourself before the work. And she kind of did that. But like still, man, like I think it says a lot about Mulder by him saying that as well, because he's always put the work before himself, hence him being in the X-Files. Like, we've been reminded that throughout the entire series with how many people said, Mulder, you were such a promising young detective. Look where you ended up now. You could have been this, you could have been that.
I thought you had agreed not to contact me again about this.
You lied to me.
About?
About Chester Ray Banton. You knew who he was. And you used me to lead you to him.
You were the one who contacted me, Agent Mulder.
I won't be your stalking horse or the government's.
You seem to be mistaken about the amount of control you exercise over this arrangement.
You killed Dr. Banton.
Have you lost your mind?
A nurse at the hospital identified you. A young detective is dead because of you. Who do you answer to?
Despite my loyalty to my predecessor, I've never made you any promises.
Ooh.
Promise me something right now.
Was his predecessor Deep
Promise me
Throat?
this will be our last meeting. We're finished.
Nah.
You're choosing a dangerous time to go it alone, Agent Mulder. Mulder!
I love these interactions.
I didn't kill him.
So did he take his own life? Did he instruct X to activate the machine right there? I love the setting, right? Like the red lighting, the shadows, everything. The secrets involved. I feel like I've said this time and time again. There's a war going on between the government, I feel like, and all these little agencies and departments within the government, because the other scientist was working for someone who clearly wanted to pick up Dr. Banton and, run tests on him and, suck his brain, and potentially extract some really dangerous scientific research from, like, with the dark matter and stuff like that, and potentially do some really dangerous things with the dark matter. But then on the other hand, X came to clean it up potentially and prevent that Dr. Banton from being captured. So Dr. Banton did want to kill himself, and maybe X decided to honor his word right there, or like honor what he wanted to do.
Mourners are invited to pay their respects to the family.
Very interesting that one of Scully's ex-students was involved this episode, and she passes away. X warned Mulder about the dangerous game you play at and the risk you take. So young, man. The very first episode as well.
How you doing?
Written by Vince Gilligan.
I'm not sure how to feel about this, Mulder.
The man himself.
She was my student, and she came to me for help.
The missing person was Dr. Christopher Davey. He hasn't been seen or heard from since Banton disappeared.
Do they have any leads or know where he might be?
No, none.
But you do.
I've been wondering, what if it wasn't Banton we saw on the particle accelerator?
Oh.
Well, if Batten's not dead, then where is he?
They got to him. He didn't kill. Okay, X was right. He didn't kill him. They swapped bodies? X, you sly motherfudger. He didn't kill him, indeed.
Dr. Davey would have been helpful to us. We'll be studying this man for a long time.
Damn. So who was in the particle accelerator at the end? Was it Dr. Davy's body? And the flickering at the end. Oh. I thought X was saying, by X saying he didn't kill him, I thought he was saying, I was just doing what he told me to. But no, he was, in fact, really useful. Oh, man, X, I don't know who you're working for, who you're playing at. I thought, like, I'm trying to see here. So he saw X.
Mulder, that's Detective Ryan's car.
Mulder and... I want to rewatch this. Mulder and Scully come in.
Accelerator.
He's in the particle accelerator, so X might have taken him out before that. Okay, so he must have put the other scientist whom he shot in the accelerator.
Mulder!
And cleaned up the mess of the headshot, right? So none of his blood was left at the scene. Was it the scientist with the glasses he put in there? It might have been the other scientist with the glasses, and he swapped outfits and something like that. And X might have just done the ultimate cleanup job right there. Is that right? Is that right? I'm pretty sure that's right. I think so. But yeah, interesting right there that now the government has access to Dr. Banton and they are studying dark matter. And yeah, that's something that could come into play later on. As we know, this show's 11 seasons. Vince Gilligan's very first episode. And I thought that was pretty good, especially interjecting, an ex-student of Scully and, how she was perplexed at the end and puzzled as to what to think of it. Like, I think he was really, really emotionally conflicted at the end. Like, is it my fault? Do I bear the burden of that? Mulder did warn her, and Mulder did warn the other detective what they were playing at, and Scully what they were playing at, and how dangerous it could be. But no one, no one took the warnings. So yeah, it's very interesting this episode, especially with X's involvement. Mulder calling to X knowing who the scientist was, then saying, "I'm not gonna get involved with it." Gets involved with it, lets the scientist escape. The other scientists working with the scientist had the government, on standby, so they were going to come extract him. But then X kills that scientist, and maybe X got to him first. So like I said before, there's a war between government agencies. But then the other doctor or scientist at the end said we could have used the other doctor. We could have used the other scientist being alive because he has done work on this project cooperatively with the other guy, with Dr. Banton. So yeah, X-Man, I'm trying to understand his motives, or like, whose side he's on, or like who else he's working for. But yeah, they've just, government just got themselves a major asset in Dr. Banton, and I'm very excited to see that hopefully sort of come into play, later on. And I'm guessing it could come into play later on, especially with the cell they're holding him in, and as well the dark matter research. So yeah, that could be something that, like I said, comes into play in later episodes, especially with this episode written by Vince Gilligan. And you guys have told me that I think he starts to have more writing credits in the X-Files as the show goes along. So I don't feel like this is something that he's going to let slide just as a one-off. I feel like this might be brought up with X and Mulder later on in the future. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. That was a really decent episode of the X-Files. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been Elie Moses. Take care. God bless. Peace.